All right. Watching the world burn, April 17th, 2023. You know, today I worked on my garden, and I'm going to tell you, food prices are going up. And if all you can do is an 8x8 garden, by all means do so. And what I've been doing is I got some sandy soil, and I made a video about it today, but I just don't have the energy. I was going to prefix this video with that video, and I just thought, man, I am just too damn tired after hauling. Because that's what I'm doing, is I'm hauling out the sandy soil that's basically not good for growing vegetables in, and I'm hauling in a bunch of black dirt from a dirt facility. Luckily, I have one nearby that's giving me the soil for free. So anyway, let's get into the news. Watching the world burn. So this is the National Bank of Ukraine telling the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, and I'll just let you watch this for 2 seconds. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of.
We should come out of this room with a lot of optimism, right? Because we're hearing about all these reforms and preparing for the European Union integration, which is certainly going to address many of the issues we've been talking about for years that might have kept people from putting long-term capital into Ukraine. So I think that you said at the very beginning, Secretary, we have to win this war. We have to get this resolved. I think that there is desire to put private capital. We need the enabling capital now, but I know even with our own conversations internally in city that, and we do
these
have,
people are absurd.
We do have lines to clients. We do have the.
Let me explain something here. There are thousands and thousands of Ukrainian soldiers dying up on the front lines. And listen to this woman.
We're going to need that ECA multilateral development money, but I can't emphasize enough that the behavior and the products that they
it's not like we're fighting a war.
In order to mobilize the size of private capital that we need to scale this at a level.
Oh my God, it's like they're just divorced from reality. I mean, is it just me? I mean, here they are, these banks. I mean, I guess they're talking about how they're going to make money, once the war is over. Well, guess what? The war ain't over. And thousands of Ukrainians and even Russians are dying on both sides. And it just, all right, I'm sorry. Just seemed weird to me. Let's see, Jerusalem, Easter. Oh, yeah, that was a weird thing. Some guy was just displaying a flag. This was a Jews admit organizing white genocide crazy video. This is a good one. I like this one. Let's just watch this one for 2 seconds.
У мене таке риторичне питання до всіх нас, українців. Чому звичайні люди, трактористи, комбайнери, шофери, фермера, дворники, їх призивають і вони йдуть воювати, тому що це треба захищати нашу країну, тому що прийшла біда. А інші, які мають якийсь зв'язок з лікарями, з воєнкомами, або просто мають гроші і знають кому дати, вони не йдуть воювати. Чому так? Я, наприклад, не знаю ні одного бізнесмена, який пішов би воювати з моїх.
Anyway, what the whole video is about, and there's a couple of other ones, is that basically anybody's got connections is not going to the front lines, and the amount of training that the Ukrainians are giving the people, I mean, sometimes it's just 2 or 3 weeks, putting a gun in their hand and sending them off to get butchered by the Russians, from what I can tell, at the front lines. Now, if I had anything from the West or from Ukraine that's reporting on the opposite from behind Russian lines or whatever. I mean, all I get are these videos. And by the way, this is kind of like, to me, it's like the TikTok. I feel like I am the, what is it called? The Libs of TikTok, that channel. That's kind of where I'm at. So here you go. Let's watch some Ukrainian soldiers that seemed a little pissed off.
Вообще хочу еще обратиться к тех пидоров, блядь, которые, блядь, воюют, погибают. Да. Ребята, думайте, нам надо скоро идти реально на Киев, а не сидеть здесь, потому что там самый настоящий враг. Там одни пидоры сидят, которые нас тут загнали, блядь. И нихуя для этого не делают, блядь.
А пацаны
Надо
гибнут
уже
тут,
не просто
блядь,
с ними разговаривать, а выводить нахуй, стрелять, блядь, куда вот прям на Майдане, блядь. Чтоб те, которые погибли на Майдане, блядь, не переворачивались.
You know, and the fact these guys put their faces on these videos, I mean,
Думайте, господин
even if they did return home, they're going to get executed.
Видишь, президент.
But they just don't. I mean, you know, sometimes in life, you just reach a point where you just don't give a fuck. And you know what? Sometimes it works out for you. You know, I mean, there's been times in my life where I just said, you know what, screw this. I mean, you know, it's kind of like watching the movies where, well, God, I can't remember, where the guy goes over the deep end and then it turns out great for him. You know, you never know. Let's watch the protest in France. I tell you what, the police in France are brutal. Holy shit, what they're doing to the French citizens is just, I can't imagine. They should be teaming up with them. They're all going to lose their pensions. They're all going to lose in the end. Macron doesn't care about his people. He's ponying up to China. He doesn't. The guy has no allegiance to anybody anywhere except himself, and yet the police continue to support his government. I mean, the world just makes. That's why I call these watching the world burn, because the world makes no sense at this point. Look at this. I tell you, when you get hit by that, that's brutal, man. And by the way, those are just firebombs. I mean, they're not guns, but we're going to get into some guns here in just a minute, if you hold on to the video. And by the way, I make these videos as a recording of history, because I'm not sure how much longer with our censorship here in the United States you're going to be able to watch stuff like this. Because they're gonna. This is 1984, the book. Be sure and read it. I don't think you're going to get to see this stuff much longer here in the United States. Boy, look how well equipped. I mean, look at the people. They're out there fighting with umbrellas. I mean, I laugh, but I admire them. I admire all of them. And the police just, I mean, look at them. Look how heavily armed they are. By the way, if that's CS gas, I mean, that is just brutal. And that little teeny mask, it just ain't going to work. By the way, if you don't have a gas mask, get you one, man. They're few and far between. And the last time I ordered one, it took me 6 tries at Walmart to get a gas mask in my house. That would, protect you from CS gas, or, and also maybe you want to do some work in your garage with some mirror acid or something, you need a gas mask. All right, let's get out of that. That's enough on France. Not much report. By the way, is this true? This is 15 seconds. I mean, this is what's getting shown around. Well, I guess it's kind of like the Russian TikTok, in my opinion. But watch this. This is just horrible. In my opinion. I mean, I don't know.
On the track, clean, go. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Oh, yeah. Anybody know the shimmy?
Wait, what parent would subject their kids to this? I'd want to smack my mom in the nose. I mean, now I don't condemn the guy. He's probably a nice person, but kids don't need to be seeing that, in my opinion. I don't know. RSF. Here. This is the Sudanese army. Now, I wanted to comment on this video. It's 41 seconds, and I just kind of want to tell you what it's like when you get caught up. Because, in the military, you get your testosterone on, and you think that you're invincible. Let's just kind of watch this.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
See, they're getting all pumped up. They think that they're going to go out and kill everything, and nobody can stand against them. Oh yeah, we can fight everything. Oh yeah. We're gonna blow up everything. Nobody can stand against us. Well, in their little tiny piece of the world, that's probably true. But when you come up against what Titans clash, like is taking place right now in between Russia and Ukraine, these little teeny soldiers would be wiped out probably within about the first half hour of fighting, especially with this little bit of military equipment. Now, if you're going to go into a small town in the United States, and they've got all these guns and these vehicles, they could basically wipe out an entire town in the United States. So, I mean, military power is relative. Okay, I mean, but right now we got two titans, NATO and Russia, and you're looking at missiles, you're looking at artillery, and we're going to get into some of those videos here in just a minute. Hold on. So I won't show you this. This is clashes between Israeli police and Christians. I don't understand that. So here we're getting into the, by the way, this is, there was a movie, I can't remember what it was, and I can't remember the name of it, but it was where the aliens were coming in and destroying everything. This is in the Sudan. And so this is kind of, you're hearing some reports about this in the media, but I just thought this was kind of like a dystopian. I mean, imagine if you were, sitting in your house, let's say in Raleigh, North Carolina, or Charlotte, or let's just say Austin, Texas, and this is what's going on. This is in the Sudan right now. Watching the world burn, watching the world burn. Now, where did all these weapons come from? Do you think the Sudan manufactured these? I don't think so. Probably many of them were provided by the United States. I don't know, maybe China, Russia. They wanted to foment some sort of conflict to try to get their government in power for whatever reason, probably to exploit their resources. No care whatsoever for the death and destruction. That's enough of that one. Well, it's 20 seconds. We can watch this one. More death and destruction in the Sudan. There's some airplanes on fire, and then this is some more footage from the Sudan. Watching the world burn, I mean, that's now, where did the Sudan come up with a jet like that? Oh man, did he just get hit? Oh no, it was just a jet coming in. Now, is that a NATO jet? Who knows? I don't think Sudan has pilots that can do that. All right, so yeah, this one I would show you, but it's just kind of, it's just soldiers getting trained, and I don't know what the O means, and I'm not sure if these are, well, it says heavy flamethrower, so these got to be Russian troops that are training. I don't know what the O is now, because we got the Z and we got the V, but now there's an O, so who knows? This is, you know what, this is just kind of a fun exercise. This is a joint exercise between the United States and I don't know who. I just think it's good footage, I always like to watch the planes fly. Can you imagine if we put all this money into poverty or growing food or helping people. But yet, this is what we fund, you know, with all our money. There's these wonderful war machines that go out and kill everything. But they are magnificent, no doubt about it. And the talent of the people flying these awesome machines. It's truly incredible to watch. And I'm glad to get footage of this type of thing. Alright, so that's enough of that. This is going to get me an 18 plus rating on YouTube, but you know, sometimes you have to understand what war is all about, and I think this is to music, so I'll have to mute it. Yep, to music. So what they're doing is the drones are identifying some Ukrainian soldiers, and see them down there digging their trenches. And I can't imagine, I mean, in today's world, I mean, these drones, it's a whole new technology. And then, of course, I guess, with the video, these are Russians zeroing in on where the drone's pinpointed. And, well, I'm sorry to show you this footage, but I mean, this is kind of what modern warfare is all about. I mean, it used to be, you know, you had to be kind of within visual sight of the enemy, which they are in a certain kind of way, because the drone gives them the visual sight, and then they, you know, they have to have the skill, but watch the shells coming in. Now, you just saw where they were, and I'm hoping this won't get an 18 plus rating, but we don't know that anybody gets killed here. We just know they're kind of zoned in on the target. Hopefully the trenches are protecting them. Let's see. Oops. Just going to unmute it. Oops, I paused it. Sorry. Yeah, it's to music, so I gotta... Anyway, you can kind of see that, you know, even in the forest now, you're not protected no more in war. Alright, so I won't torture you with that anymore. Like I said, we got a lot of military footage in this thing. These are Greg Clue's marching artillery strikes. 47 seconds. I'll let the music play in this one. Sure, I'll get a damn copyright on this. It's only 47 seconds. Well, let's mute it for just 1 second. God, I just can't imagine this type of... See, that's what I was talking about. So you saw those guys in the Sudan with their pickup trucks and a few machine guns. Imagine if this is what you were fighting against. You know, they have no idea what modern warfare really is. And hell, I don't think NATO or the United States understood what modern warfare is. I mean, this is on a whole new scale beyond anything. This is just some sort of amphibious landing. There wasn't much to it. This is some, well, you know, this is kind of trench warfare. It's amphibious airborne assault units training in the rear. But I imagine this is what they're doing up near Bakhmut, you know?
Третья группа на ГТР.
You know, one thing I want to point out here is they're practicing with live ammo. Hell, I remember back in the 80s under the Clinton administration, We didn't even have ammo. We just pointed our guns and went bang, 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 bang. That's what we would shout out bang, 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 because we weren't even firing live rounds. Just the fact that these guys are training with live ammo tells me that the Russians have no limit to their ammo. You don't train with live ammo if you're hurting for ammo. Let's just put it that way. And look at this. He's shooting into the water. You know, I guess you could have somebody down in the water. Kind of wild, huh? But this is what they're trying to, you know, train them for. God almighty, I wouldn't want to be fighting that battle. This is Luca, man. I mean, you know, it's funny because I do believe that the CIA and the United States had a hand in defeating Bolsonaro. Was it Bolsonaro? I think that was the previous leader of Ukraine, but he was a right-wingist, and so they wanted a leftist in there. But look at what the leftist is doing, and I think this kind of goes against their agenda. I could be wrong. I don't know, but it seems to me that it's funny how when something the CIA backfires on them, and I think this completely backfired because Bolsonaro, he would have probably supported the war in Ukraine, which I don't, and but who knows? But I don't think he'd be going this crazy about joining up with China and Russia the way Luca is.
Que a gente vai conseguir paz na Rússia e na Ucrânia, se ninguém está falando em paz. Todo mundo só está falando em guerra. Todo mundo só está falando de dar mais armas para a Ucrânia, sabe, atacar a Rússia, ou a OTAN colocar a fronteira no território russo. Então, o que nós precisamos...
Now remember, the CIA put this guy in power.
A China quer paz, o Brasil quer paz, a Indonésia quer paz, a Índia quer paz. Então nós temos que juntar esses países e fazer uma proposta de paz para a Rússia e para a Ucrânia. Estou convencido que a União Europeia, que sempre jogou um papel importante, porque a União Europeia sempre foi um ponto de equilíbrio, né? Ela nunca participava diretamente dos conflitos, ela agora entrou diretamente no conflito. Quando o companheiro Olaf Scholz, chanceler da Alemanha, foi ao Brasil, pedir para que o Brasil vendesse, sabe, mísseis para que ele pudesse entregar para a Ucrânia, eu disse que não ia vender os mísseis.
So Brazil is not on board with the war in Ukraine. And actually, they've joined the BRICS, and they're ponying up with China. So the CIA put that guy in power. You know what? These are just disgusting. But you know what? It's only 20 seconds and 17 seconds. I'm going to torture you with these, and then we'll wrap up the video.
My baby's first drag show.
What? Mother? I mean, it's just a little baby. I understand, but what sort of crazy woman would... Okay, I mean, well, maybe she just wanted to enjoy the drag show. And I guess, you know, when you think about it, the baby doesn't know what's going on. Just seems weird. But, you know, I'm not condemning it. I'm just saying that, yeah, I've had a baby. I mean, I tell you what, like I said, the drag queens down in Key West, I had a good time with them, but I don't think I'd be dragging my baby in there. I don't know. What do you think? This is just satanic. I don't know, man. It's just not for me, man. It's just not for me. I don't know. Oh, this is a good video, and we'll finish off the video right here. I would love to show you this one because it does show you Yugoslavia and all these NATO people are walking around and it's just death and destruction, and they're just kind of like oblivious to it all, which is kind of what took place back then. Boy, I tell you, this was horrible. I will not show you that. But oh yeah, so we two more videos. So this is Russia building a T-72B into a Model 2 tank, and I tell you what, it's pretty impressive. I'm going to mute the music there because, well, I probably already got a copyright violation. Let's just play it. I don't know who that is, but check out these guys. I mean, of course, it's on time lapse. There's a lot of skill goes into this. I'm not sure we have this left in the United States for the most part. Guys welding, building. Check out the turret coming out. I just think it's pretty cool that, they're showing off their manufacturing, and these are the true heroes of wars. I mean, of course, the soldiers fighting on the front lines. And that's probably somebody just testing things out, making sure it works, and here they are, heading on to the front lines. And look at that reactive armor. Okay. And then we got one more right here. Because I didn't show this yesterday. It's kind of funny because I watched these. But this is a tank. Boom! It just took a direct hit. Now I don't know what that was that hit it. But what the Russians want to show you is that it can take a direct hit and keep going. Yeah, it messed up the video, but tank's still going. So these Russian tanks, I mean, they're pretty damn formidable. And I don't know, I mean, yeah, we're sending the Leopards, and well, maybe someday the M1 Abrams, or a modified version thereof. And of course, other NATO countries are sending their tanks. I just don't know how well they're going to do against this Russian armor. Let's see. I guess that'll be it. So let's, yeah, this is Elon Musk, and I think I talked about this in a previous video, is creating X. So it's good to live in the free Republican state of Florida under the great leadership of Governor Sanctimonious. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to talk about that's been in the news. Well, that, things are kind of flaring up in South Korea. We got that going on. And of course, it looks like, I don't know. I mean, it just seems crazy, but the United States wants to pick a fight with China. I mean, what are we going to do for TVs? If we can't get any goods from China, I mean, I think that hurts us more than them. I don't understand why they want to pick a war with them. Now, if I were them, I would do what Trump did and just put some tariffs on in certain places where the Chinese are not doing things. But, I guess I'm just a right-wing lunatic. I'm a right-wing lunatic. Peace out. Stay free.